Hello again. I've got a question about the importance of anatomy in drawing. Massively important. Um, the more, the more you draw the figure, the more you draw animals, the better. The more you learn. Um, I think I give you a book. George B. Bridgman does lots of amazing books on how to draw the head, the hand, the body, and that's quite an incredible book. I actually used that for years, so that kind of um, that really helped. Basically, um, breaking it down into the simplest form, shapes. George uses a lot of kind of angles and squares and things like that, and it's quite an incredible book. So yes, I would say massively important. Um, in the younger years, ha ha ha, I would do a lot of life drawing and things like that. Again, life drawing is a brilliant thing if you can get it. If there's anywhere near you, they used to do it in a lot of colleges. They used to do like late night life drawing classes. I don't know if they do that anymore, um, but definitely if you can get into life drawing, is amazing. Drawing the figure, especially if there's actually a teacher there, somebody who's walking around and kind of giving points and um, teach you, especially like drawing the muscles or stuff like that. The more you learn, and the more you fill your brain with stuff like that is going to help you. And the more you kind of draw it and sketch it and scribble it around in little notebooks. I got hundreds of notebooks all over the place, and sketching down little human figures or little animal figures now and again is brilliant. The more you do it, the more you'll help. The tail end of that question is, can you draw a unicorn? I guess. Um, uh, I'm not really known for drawing unicorns, but I guess I could try and draw a unicorn. It'll be my version of a unicorn, so it'll kind of be a little bit nutty and crazy probably, but I will see what I can do. These days I kind of like to pull and play around with a little bit more with the anatomy, but hopefully it'll be something of beauty, odd mad beauty. How's that? Odd mad beauty, the unicorn. Maybe that. Maybe that's the title. Thank you very much for your questions, comments. Greatly appreciated. I will try and draw you a unicorn, some kind of funky unicorn, but nonetheless. But go away and draw some more on your anatomy, definitely. Okay, enjoy the drawing. Thank you very much. Bye bye. Okay, so we are going to have a bit of fun here and try and draw a unicorn for a young lady. I've just basically put a big S there, if you can see that. A very light blue S just to kind of guide what I'm thinking. In shape, in form, that kind of big kind of swirled S there you will see in the final drawing, hopefully. So here we go. Let's try some kind of unicorn. I'm not really known for my unicorns, but that is even more of a challenge. So thank you very much for the request. And I hope I hope it even looks like a unicorn, but after all that talking about anatomy, used to be quite into it at one point. Used to love all the anatomy drawing and learning, obviously, when I was a bit younger. I was quite into drawing the figure and muscles, and it's kind of in later years I've tried to kind of bend the rules a little bit more. I've kind of found that I was kind of drawing more and more towards being a real picture, and I kind of lost a little bit of, why am I drawing something that's like a real picture, you know? And that kind of span me off into different directions. Why should I draw a perfect hand with perfect shading looks as good as a photo? And that kind of got me into exploring my drawing style and what would I imagine a hand to look like, you know? What would I imagine a unicorn to look like? All these ideas kind of freed my mind a little bit, and I much prefer that now. I much prefer the idea of drawing my version of events, my version of creatures, my invention, my version of hands, my version of everything. And that is something that I desperately try to stick to now. I'm much more interested in how I would see all these things. Don't forget his horn, will you? Alright, so his horn is going to be up here somewhere. It's a unicorn, so let's just thicken up that at the base there. Yeah. Get rid of my blob. So it's I'm kind of in these years I'm trying to develop more and more the fact of, what do I think it looks like? What do I want it to look like? And that really excites me, you know. What would I imagine this creature to look like? You know, obviously unicorns and stuff like that are quite a fantasy. Very blowy. And I mean, of course it would be lovely if there was things like unicorns around, but as far as I know, they haven't found one. Yeah, so I'm kind of going to draw some kind of unicorn. I knew I'd have to draw a unicorn at some point in my life. And today's the day. So let's have a little bit of fun and see what we can do. Ears, right, so I'm going to for the person that asked the question, do you draw unicorns? I'm very curious to know. I mean, it seems to be quite a popular thing these days. Just trying to think of the structure of the head. Trying to give him a nice kind of toothy look to it. You know, your horses always have those kind of big teeth, and I thought that would be quite a lovely side of this unicorn, having big goofy teeth. And It's lovely to be able to be very kind of free with your drawing, though. I know that sometimes what's kind of pulled me away from a lot of that is kind of like, you know, when you're drawing things that have a lot of rules, it's very easy to be wrong, you know, and drawing faces and things like that. It's quite, the rules are very tight, very restrictive almost, and I'm kind of got more and more to the fact of how would I like to draw a house? How would I like to draw a person? How would I like to draw a face? How would I like to draw anything? And that's kind of where I am at the moment. I'm getting more and more to the way of oh dear, he is quite a goofy horse, isn't he, or unicorn. Let's give him a nice pretty beard anyway. And that I kind of became much more interested in watching how other people would, you know, even down to people like very abstract, very kind of like Picasso and people like that. I got a book on Picasso a few years back, and it was quite incredible how inventive his mind was. Just give him an eye and make him a little bit more. Ooh. I'm not sure what's happening there. He's kind of looking a bit untrustworthy. The untrustworthy unicorn. Well, I guess all unicorns can't be trustworthy, can they? Let's try and bring back end. Back end of the unicorn in there. I keep saying horse, don't I? See, that's that kind of S shape that I was talking about. I kind of like to stick my fingers in it sometimes just to... That's going to be his tail coming up there. I mean, again, it's very, very exciting using ink, because the ink gives you that feeling that you can't make a mistake, because if you make a mistake, it's kind of part of your drawing. So, ooh. So it's nice to kind of feel that kind of freedom, and after a while, when you start to draw with ink, you kind of get to that point of, well, if I make a mistake, it's going to be part of the drawing anyway. So it's a very nice, kind of relaxing way to draw, because well, he is a dapper fellow, isn't he? And it kind of gives you this lovely, like, I like the idea of, see, he's kind of pulling his leg. I feel I should be bringing in like a back leg or something there. And that kind of freedom gives you a lot of confidence after a while. Not so much confidence about you're an amazing artist or something, but a confidence about enjoying what you're doing, enjoying the process. And I think that's something that's very, very special about drawing in ink. This kind of freedom that it gives you. almost feel like there should be some glitter or something on him. So we kind of got this kind of hopping almost pose that's coming across the here. Which is kind of nice. He's almost kind of like very confident, springy in his step. Horses is actually a very beautiful thing to draw if you take the time, you know. I'm sure there's a lot of kind of stables and things around that you could go and they'd be quite happy for you to sit and draw the horses. Obviously with consent, go and ask them and see what they you know, let you do it. But I'm sure it'd be incredible to go up there and sit and draw them. But again, structure of those animals is just amazing to draw. And I guess horses and unicorns and are quite close anyway. I hope you've been watching some of my other videos, getting a nice feeling for what I'm drawing, what I'm trying to achieve. Grass underneath his feet. How's that looking? A nice quick one today, I think. Let's bring his other leg in here. This is just a quick one today, just in reply for the comment. The comment was about life drawing anatomy, which I highly recommend, and it will give you a lot of confidence when you come to draw, that's for sure. Almost feel like we should be painting in pink. Well, thank you very much for today's sketch. It's just a little quick one today, just to follow up on that comment. Thank you very much for the comment. Let's put a name down here so you remember. I'm Kieron Seamons, and come in and watch some of the drawing tutorials. I think you'll have a lot of fun. I sure have some fun drawing them, that's for sure. there we have a unicorn, a rather dapper unicorn. Seems very pleased with himself. Bouncing along. So, oh, forgot his hair, didn't I? Oh, a silly man. Oh, unicorns need some hair. Quite a nice kind of punky hairstyle. Flick that out a little bit, give us a little bit of a loose hairstyle to him. We can add some little hairs coming off that. Give him a nice kind of punky, wild hairstyle. So some kind of wild unicorn. His other nostril. So he's got his wild punky hair, and he's got his wild punky beard. That's kind of funky, that's kind of wild. That's our punky, jumpy, crazy little unicorn. And if you like the unicorn, let me know. Or if you have any other requests, anything else you would like to see. That is definitely a crazy, crazy unicorn. I will pull the camera closer in a minute and let you see. I'll do a little bit of a close-up of some of the lines and stuff like that, so you can get a little bit of an idea. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you again on Kieron Seamons' drawing channel soon. So here I am, and here's that inky foot that leads up to an inky tail that leads to a inky horn, to a big goofy teethed unicorn. Look at that. He kind of looks confident even though he's goofy. That's lovely. There he is. Getting all down in inky. Look at that. Nice and close up for you. And that is today's drawing. A crazy, 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 happy, confident unicorn. So thank you very much for watching today. It's a nice quick one today, but thank you for watching, and come again soon.